is on the radio. It's AM 1230 Kxo right here on a Friday night. It is time for some high school football here in the Imperial Valley. Here is Carroll Buckley.
Thank you, Gabe. It is high school football. It's the city championship. The Central Spartans visiting Eagle Field across town to take on the Southwest Eagles. The city championship, there's a lot on the line. And, not the least of which is the Mayor's Trophy. And, of course, bragging rights because, these kids, the schools are maybe a mile apart. These kids grew up in the same neighborhood, played on the same Little League team, same Babe Ruth team, the same Pop Warner teams. They know each other. They're cousins, they're friends, they're neighbors. And they come out and they play a whale of a football game. The events started early this evening, something very, very special. Has a very special place in my heart, the tunnel run for the special needs students from the Imperial County Office of Education and the Central Union High School District. The kids that are participating in these special ed programs had a chance to run through the Southwest Eagle Tunnel that is in the west end zone and run out onto the center of the field and get cheered. And something very special for them. High school football is live on AM 1230 Kxo El Centro, California, and on our Kxo YouTube channel. It is brought to you by the Broken Yoke Cafe, Roto-Rooter, Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro, by the CB Stop in Calexico, Osa Asa Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma, by McNeese Mart, La Fonda Bar and Grill, Southwest Security, Southwest Postal Service, Imperial Valley College, K Sushi, Stan's Auto Body, Central Union High School District, and the Center for Employment Training. We mentioned that the festivities started with the tunnel run for the kids. It's presented by the Autism Association of the Imperial Valley. And we salute them for the work that they do, the awareness that they provide, and the support they provide to the families and kids that are involved in the program. Something very, very special. We've got more coming up on our pregame show on AM 1230 Kxo.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Well, we started our pregame a little bit early today because there's all sorts of festivities, as you would expect in a big rivalry game. The Southwest Eagle Band is out entertaining along with their tall flags and their dance team. And the festivities will get underway with our national anthem. There will be a coin toss, a ceremonial coin toss, and participating will be the president of the Central Union High School District Board, Eric Rodriguez. Rodriguez will be standing with the referee, John Seaman, tonight. 2 board members will walk with the Central captains. 2 will walk out to the center field for the coin toss with the Southwest captains. And John, I can almost guarantee you one of the board members, Sandra Nujheim, will walk with the Central captains. What do you think?
Certainly would think so, because she has been a long-time athletic director, recently retired from Centro, although she does have connections, obviously, with Southwest. But just to change things up, she might throw a curveball and walk out with Southwest. But it is good to see in the spirit of unity, to see instead of dividing our city, this is actually bringing them together. You already mentioned that you've got sometimes even brother playing against brother in these games here between Central and Southwest. Many times it's cousins, always neighbors. These kids grow up playing the Pop Warner football together and playing either at Wilson or at Kennedy, some of them out at McCabe, others at Meadows. So they all know each other, and it's good to see a spirit of camaraderie where they want to play clean football, have a good game here, and although it's for bragging rights, nobody really brags.
Not really. And, over the years, Southwest, the new school, they've only been around, 25 plus years. And the Central, of course, goes way back. And you still get a little bit of that feeling that Southwest is the new school, even though they've been around for a while, and to the point where things are wearing out, they're having to replace and remodel and rebuild because the campus is 25 plus years old.
Yes, but it will always be considered the new school when you have a Central across town, actually opened in 1908. So more than 100 now, and 10 years ago, reaching up to 115. So Southwest, their first graduating class was 1997. So, just do the math to figure out how many years they've been compared to Central with 115 or so. So they're, no matter what the situation is, they'll always be considered the new kid on the block. But again, it's not a divisive type of feeling. It's just more or less what I used to remember when my two older brothers were all three close in age, just 3 years apart for the three of us. We would play really hard, but by the time it was done, it wasn't like we were really upset with each other. We just enjoyed the physical activity together and the camaraderie as well as the competition.
One of my favorite pictures, John, is myself with my three brothers. After playing all afternoon a game we called step ball, and something we did as kids, but when the picture was taken, three of us were already military veterans. So, it gives you an idea. And it is something very special when you get two teams, friendly rivals, that are going to put it all out on the field and see what happens. So it does make it fun. Can't call it blue and gray. Can't call it the Civil War. It is the city championship. We've got more coming up. Stay tuned.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
It's high school football, the city championship, Central, Southwest, and we will have the pregame coin toss coming up in just a minute. But we should point out that both sides of the stadium are full, and, we expect it's going to be a very loud crowd. And it's going to be a fun game. So we are looking forward to that. John, you you know, there are a couple of changes with Southwest from the last time we saw them, right?
Yes, they have had some kids injured. They will be starting Logan Younger as a quarterback. Certainly nothing new for him. He started as a sophomore, all last year as a junior as well. So he's getting the start now that Matt Mills has been injured. Also, his number one receiver through the years, William Lillian, is out tonight as well. And they do have a few changes on the offensive defensive line where kids are a little bit dinged up. But mostly they have their kids going both ways like most teams do here in the Valley. So not completely healthy, but on the other side you also have Central. They're going to be without for the remainder of the year. We mentioned last week that Michael Fisher tore meniscus the first game of the year. So it's just not physically possible for him to be back by the time the season winds down in November. So he will be a designated captain as he has been all year, but he will not be able to play. He'll be and one of Central's best players, Joe Martin, is still on the sideline as he's recovering from the fracture on the tibia.
Okay. The band is ready. The flags are ready. The officials are ready. And we will have a coin toss, as we said. The coin toss will be kind of a joint thing with the president of the Central Union High School District Board presiding, along with John Seaman, tonight's referee. And we expect the captains. Here come the Central Spartans out on the field. The Eagles are already on the sidelines, the Spartans. And I swear, John, they've got to have every member of the JV and freshman team up here with them as they take the field in a almost looks like a university squad out there, John.
Yes, and you've exactly described it perfectly. Coach Pena bringing up all the JV kids, maybe even a freshman or two down there. As a freshman beat Imperial last night to keep their hopes alive for winning the IVL in the freshman division. And I can't even count them. It looks like there's about 80 kids Southwest. They have their regular numbers. They're down a little bit with the injuries, but they'll show up tonight. We expect Logan Youngers to have a good night. This will be his final chance against the Central Spartans, his third game and third start as a quarterback.
Well, the Youngers, of course, 2 years experience as the starting quarterback this year. To take advantage of his athletic ability. And if you look at the roster for Southwest, John, under his position it says A, and that is for athlete. And that pretty much sums up Logan Youngers and his abilities, not only as a quarterback, but obviously this year, capitalizing on his athletic ability as a receiver, as a runner, and doing their best to get him the ball pretty much any way they could. And, with him at quarterback, kind of hard to say this, but they lose an offensive weapon. And that would be him as a receiver.
Yes, but they do now have him as a dual runner thrower. And he does run the pass run option very, very well. Matter of fact, in my opinion, starting this year, I thought he was the best quarterback in the Valley just because of that special skill that he has. Great arm, throw the balls downfield, very accurate, but also with a whole lot of experience. And with that running, as you mentioned, that's why they put him in that H-back spot so they can get him out in the open field. But he can do the same thing. If the play breaks down, he can still get positive yards with his legs and feet, because he is a very difficult runner to bring down once he gets going.
The pregame show will continue as we get ready for the city championship. Central visiting the Southwest Eagles.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
And we are getting set for the coin toss to get things underway. Let us point out that our referee wearing the white hat is John Seaman. Sergeant Seaman is also the president of the Football Association, Football Officials Association. Umpire is Sean McLaughlin. Head linesman Lloyd James, line judge Hector Tarango, and the back judge is Bruce Hartsock. So there we have some officials, some of the top officials in the local association. Other games are going on around the Imperial Valley and outside of the Imperial Valley tonight. It is Holtville at El Cajon Valley. Vincent is in Blythe to take on Palo Verde Valley. Imperial is hosting Calexico. It's the Tigers' homecoming. And Mickey Dale and George Grijalva have that game on our website, kxoradio.com. Elsewhere, it's Brawley, and they are at Scripps Ranch. The Scripps Ranch game is originally scheduled for Saturday, August 19th, and weather got in the way, so it wasn't played then. As luck would have it, both of them had a bye this week, so they're going to play that game tonight at Scripps Ranch. So, and that should give us an indication as to some of the strengths of the Imperial Valley League, John.
Yes, because Scripps Ranch is also in Division II with the Spartans and a number of other teams. But right now, Brawley looks like the team to beat. They're undefeated in Division II. They've played Valley Center through Division III, I believe. And this will be a big test. If we remember, Scripps Ranch played Southwest 2 years ago, and they had that all-star quarterback who was going Division I. Last year, the first game of the year at Brawley, he got hurt in the very first series, and it cost him his whole entire season. So we'll see now with Brawley going up there to Scripps Ranch if there's any lingering effects from the Scripps Ranch, or if it's long gone, 12 months ago, let's move on. And I do not know Scripps Ranch record. I did not check that out. They're usually a good football team, and they should be one of the favorites in Division II along with Brawley.
The coin toss, Southwest will receive the kickoff. They will go from right to left across your dial, east to west, and we will have that kickoff coming up on AM 1230 KXO El Centro. and on the KXO YouTube channel.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
We're set for the kickoff. The Spartans will kick off. And deep to receive for the Eagles will be, I'm trying to get the numbers. It's almost as difficult as it was last night, trying to get numbers in the flag football game. Okay, everybody says they are ready. We are ready. And we're, okay, there's the whistle. We're ready to go. Kickoff is high. It'll be fielded at the 10, out to the 20, cuts to the right, to the 25, to the 30, and out across the 30, close to the 35-yard line on the return.
Excellent return by the Eagles as they did very good blocking right at the point of attack. Was able to clear the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 34. Ball came loose, but it was well after the whistle. So Southwest with very good position on their first drive, starting from their own 34.
And as you pointed out, it is Youngers who will be quarterbacking.
Southwest up. Youngers is in the slot position, getting the snap.
Flags fly. The pass is incomplete.
Unfortunately, because you do have a change in quarterback change of counts, that time Matai Cervantes took off a half a second too soon. So Centro can either make it 2nd and 10 or 1st and 15. We'll see what they decide to do.
Okay. The penalty will go against the Eagles. Move them back 5 yards. It'll stay first down, 1st and 15 now.
Even Carroll on that quick play, we got a chance to see Southwest philosophy. They want to get the ball out of Younger's hand as soon as they can. That was not even a one step. He took the snap in the shotgun and just fired a strike right across the middle.
1st and 15 after the penalty. Youngers drops back, fires quickly. It is complete. And the pass completed to Cole Redden. Redden is spun down. And it's a completed pass for a 2-yard loss. And it's Nico Viesca on the tackle. We're going to hear a lot of his name before we're through tonight, John.
Yeah, so you complete a pass. And as we've seen before, that the defense obviously alert. Southwest likes to attack the flanks, and last week, Gila Ridge had success attacking the flanks for the Spartans.
2nd and about 18. Handoff up the middle, and finding some running room is Matai Cervantes, tackled
fumble
by Braden Mayo.
And we're going to see, it looks like they're going to call him. Well, first we got a flag picked up.
They waved off the flag.
There was a fumble on the play. Now they're going to discuss it to see if the play stands. It's very close to the first down. And the Spartans...
And they do recover the fumble. They said it is a fumble, wave off the flag, and the Spartans take over on the turnover, 1st and 10.
I believe I'm going to give the fumble recovery to number 9, Artie Estrada. I believe he was the one that fell on it right as Matai got hit right at the line to gain, and the ball popped out. So first turnover of the evening, Central ball in good field position on the 44 of the Eagles.
Jimenez, the quarterback from the pistol. Marks out the signal, takes the snap, dumps it off in the flat. It is complete. And across the 40, the 35, before he is wrestled down. And Nehemiah Perez with the catch, tackled by Joshua Urrutia.
And you did mention that Luis Jimenez is the starter tonight. And he and Perez have certainly developed a very good combination.
And it is just shy of the first down. There was a holding call against.
It's what it was. It's one of those personal fouls where they came in and they grabbed the receiver Perez by the neck and spun him out of bounds. So that will add 15 yards to the 10-yard gain to the automatic first down.
And spot it down at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Spartans from the Eagle 19. Handoff, it is Viesca right up the middle, powers his way down to the 11-yard line. Pickup of 8. It'll bring 2nd and 2.
At that time, Southwest was worried about Central throwing that quick slant pass outside to the slant, so they were moving that way, and Viesca just cut back against the motion, picked up 7 yards.
2nd and 2, ball on the 11. Viesca this time cuts it to the outside, down inside the 5, into the end zone, touchdown.
You have a flag behind the play. That's usually where you're going to get a holding penalty, so let's wait and see what the referees say.
Nico Viesca carries it in from about 12 yards out, but the officials discussing it, and we'll get the call. It will come back. Holding against the Spartans, so that'll be costly.
Final play will be charged to the Spartans, moving the ball back 5 yards for them. 2nd down.
So since it's a spot foul, it's actually a loss of 6, so it brings up 2nd down and 8 now from the 17-yard line.
Morales in motion. Dumps it off the other way. It is complete to Estrada. Estrada with blocking in front. Gets it inside the 5-yard line.
Number 9, Captain Arturo Estrada, getting into
so Artie Estrada. Kenneth Urquidez on the tackle.
They did mark it down at the 3, 14-yard pickup. 1st and goal now for the Spartans.
Spartans moving. Again, from the pistol, Jimenez, the quarterback, dumps it off in the flat. It is complete, and Emilio Morales is run out of bounds. He may get a yard. That's it, and he didn't get out of bounds. The clock is going to continue to move, but that's no big deal. He picked up a yard, so it'll be 2nd and goal. Joshua Urrutia on the tackle.
Excellent recovery by the Eagles as they waited for the play, and then they really flew to the football and was able to bring Morales down.
2nd and goal from inside the 3. Power backfield. And the Eagles jump.
Yeah, we're on the Wildcat for the Central Spartans, Carroll, as Viesca now looks like he's going to take the direct snap.
Take the direct snap, and he's got the power to the right side where he's got the big, heavy guys on the line, and he's got 2 H-backs, fullbacks, ready to block for him that way. Stays 2nd down, 2nd and goal from the 2.
Matthew Liziola is also in there, one of the blockers. He usually plays linebacker on the defense.
From the Wildcat. Viesca right up the middle. Viesca will get down into the end zone. Touchdown, Nico Viesca.
Touchdown, Spartans.
So Viesca breaks the goal line and puts up 6 for the Spartans. 7:29 to play in the first quarter. Spartans will try the kick from placement. David Martinez out of the hold of Alex Trejo. Martinez has shown a good leg, John.
Been a little bit inconsistent as he has missed several PAT attempts.
Snap back, kick is up, kick is blocked. No good. 7:29 to play in the first quarter. It is Central 6, Southwest nothing.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
On the kickoff, a touchback. It'll be Eagles ball, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. The wind, a little bit of a factor tonight. It is out of the west, which means Martinez had the wind at his back.
And there's a lot of happy people here at the stadium that the west wind has finally kicked in. Started about 5:30 this afternoon.
Well, we had a chance to visit with Coach Mike Swearingen, and Coach was happy. 1st and 10, Eagles. Youngers from the shotgun, rolling to his left, being chased, turns it upfield across the 25, the 30, stutter steps and is rolled out of bounds. And on the tackle, Emiliano Morales. Youngers picks up 15 yards.
Ball was spotted at the 35-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10. The Eagles come out ready to play, but then go back and huddle, trying a little bit of a hurry up.
We certainly saw, Carroll, why Youngers is so proficient. That time he just outran the Central defense.
1st and 10, Youngers from the shotgun. Back to pass, looking, finds a seam, turns it upfield across the 40. And is tripped up, and that gets a flag. Either that or it was a block in the back, but Nehemiah Perez brought him down, and Perez was on the ground. He took him down with his arm, so it really wasn't a trip. I think Perez may have been blocked in the back.
It appears to be the call because Southwest is moving back here. Youngers, another fine play. It almost looked like that was designed, Carroll, where he was going to run all the way. It was just a quarterback draw, so to speak. The block in the back was on the 37, so that's where they'll move it back. So that'll put it back to the 27, which is a loss of 8.
And it'll stay 1st down, 1st and 18. Look what I found, John.
It does take away a very nice 1st down gain by Youngers. He picked up at least 5 yards.
1st and 18. Southwest with the football. A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield, and it showed handoff to Cervantes, and Cervantes was dropped for about a 2-yard loss. Jomari Connor. And we ought to give a shout-out to Joe Connor, stepping in as coach of the flag football team last night, John.
Yes, they were able to beat Imperial, who was 5-1 in league, and probably Joe Connor won himself a position for the remainder of the year. I think they're going to keep him as their flag football coach. Joe, of course, coached right here for the Southwest Eagles.
It is 2nd and 20. Handoff again. It is in the backfield to Cervantes, and Cervantes, he'll get a yard, and he did that on 2nd and 3rd effort. That's all there was. He gets up a little bit disheveled, John. The shirt is almost on backwards.
Yeah, he did a great job of actually getting back to the line of scrimmage, but it was kind of a delayed handoff, almost like a fullback delay, but did not fool the Spartans as they kept to their lanes and were able to bring Cervantes down for no gain.
I think part of that may be timing, John. With a different quarterback, everything is a little bit different. Again, shotgun on a 3rd and 19. The ball on the 26-yard line. Younger's back to pass and being chased downfield. Fires. It is complete. A nice turnaround, come back to the ball, catch. And the Eagles with a big play.
Well, that time Youngers did it all with his legs. He broke the original line of scrimmage when they were coming after him. He saw the blitz.
Nehemiah Perez on the tackle and the catch, John?
Yeah, we're trying to see. It's awfully hard to read these numbers. They have the numbers are outlined.
I believe it was Andres Lopez.
Yeah, it's coming across right now. I can tell you, yes.
Yes, Lopez on the catch.
Number 19, and he took it down all the way across midfield down to the 31-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10. Eagles from the Spartan 31. Handoff right up the middle, lowering his shoulder and pounding into the defenders is Matai Cervantes, and went into about 4 Spartans. He picked up 5 yards in the process. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That was all Cervantes as he moved the pile himself like a scrum. Southwest, with Logan under center, seem to have a pretty good step in their giddy-up right now. Central playing back on their heels a little bit. That pass really took some air out of their balloons.
Pro set backfield. Younger's hands off, and again it is Cervantes. Cervantes across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Cervantes brought down by Arturo Estrada. Also in there was Alex Trejo. When you've got DBs coming up having to make those tackles, John, that means you've got 5 yards.
And it's also another first down for the Eagles as they picked up 7 yards on that. Cervantes, good head of steam going.
Again, pro set in the backfield. Youngers with the snap. Youngers will keep it rolling to his right and looking for some room, and there's nothing there. He is hit and dropped on the tackle, Gavin Mora. And he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they marked it down right there for no gain. That'll be 2nd and 10. But we can see that head coach Pete Blenko and his staff have been watching film. Last week, Central had an awful lot of trouble with Gila Ridge Sabola attacking the outside flanks, and that's what they're doing here. At that time, Central did a nice job of flowing and not letting Youngers break contain.
2nd and 10. Again, that pro set backfield double wide on the left side. That's the wide side of the field. Youngers drops back, has some protection. Now it collapses, and so does Youngers. Youngers under intense pressure, and that pressure provided by Malachi Okan. Okan filling in, you might say, for young Mr. Martin, and Okan, one of the leading tacklers on the team.
Yes, because that's the position that Martin plays, where the defensive coordinator, Brian Martin, moves him around, and that's just what they're doing with Okan. They move him around, trying to get him with the best matchup against trying to block him. And Okan did a nice job of staying with the play, keeping containment, not letting Logan Youngers get away.
Loss of 5, so it'll be 3rd and 15. The ball on the 24-yard line. Youngers again under pressure, looking, chased back, and will turn it upfield, and he will pick up some good yardage and be just shy of the first down mark. Big pressure. And then he outran the pressure of Malachi Okan and took it down close to a first down, but it'll be 4th and about 3.
We would expect the Eagles to go for it, as they do still have their offense out on the field.
And if they do, I would expect we see Matai Cervantes get the football.
12-yard pickup for Youngers on that, as the young man is piling up the numbers.
Cervantes in the middle. Cervantes is decked, and he was running a bit upright and just stopped in his tracks? Did he make it to the first line?
Yeah,
first down?
He was able to push the line to gain. That is a first down. So it will be first and goal now for the Eagles.
Spotted on the 9, first and goal. Eagles on the Spartan 9-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter of play, which slipped by, it is Central 6 and Southwest nothing. Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up. And it'll be first and goal for the Southwest Eagles as they change sides. They will spot the ball on the 9-yard line. Eagles trail 6-0, but are looking to even it up.
And with the PAT, they could take the lead. So not many people coming here tonight expected this chance.
Logan Youngers brings them out from the pistol. He's got Cervantes behind him. Takes a snap, fakes it to Cervantes, dumps it off. It is complete and out of bounds. The pass completed to Andres Lopez. Lopez will be pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 3.
6-yard pickup for Lopez as he has 2 receptions. And that's the old waggle. Coach Blankenship down from Calexico. He ran that play all the time. Fake to the fullback up the middle, roll out, and then hit the wide receiver who's just coming straight across the field uncovered.
In the backfield right now is Olin Underwood. And the handoff in the middle will be stopped just shy of the goal line. It'll be third down and goal from the 1.
You certainly would expect the Eagles to go for it if they don't pick up the necessary. It's not even a yard here. It was more like a foot to go.
The third and goal from the 1.
So far, Youngers is 3 for 3, Carroll.
And from the I formation and the handoff in the middle, it is Cervantes. Cervantes stops short of the goal line. It'll bring up fourth and goal from the 2.
He actually lost a little bit of yardage.
Thank you.
Let's see if they try to do some kind of like the pass play, the waggle, or even just let Youngers himself take it on a naked rollout, see if he can use his speed. We're barely into the second quarter, Carroll, but obviously this is a very big play in the ball game.
It'll be fourth and goal, just shy of the 1-yard line. And now there's timeout on the field, and timeout taken by Southwest. We'll take a timeout. The score, it is Central 6, Southwest nothing.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Wake up with us at Broken Yolk Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast. breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
It'll be 4th and goal from just outside the 1-yard line.
Power right formation, Carroll.
The Eagles are stacked up and looking for somewhere to go, and there's nowhere to go. Youngers is dropped, and on the tackle was Josiel Rodriguez. Rodriguez knew where the play was going and dropped Youngers back at the 12-yard line. So big defensive play, John.
Yeah, and they actually called what I assumed they were going. That was where they wanted to get Youngers rolling out. But as you called it, the Central Spartans broke through, unblocked on the outside, and he was able to wrap up Youngers, which is not an easy task.
The Spartans with a 1st and 10, and on the jet sweep, it is Morales, and Morales struggles forward and has 9 yards, maybe 10. Let's see where they mark it. He's across the 20, so they'll mark it right at the 20. Picks up 8 on the carry. I'd love to see that jet sweep, John.
Yeah, Morales runs it well, as does Artie Estrada.
Spartans no huddle, ready to go. From the pistol again, Luis Jimenez drops back, looking, fires deep, got a man open and just overthrows him. Had a step on the coverage, and it goes incomplete.
That is the first incompleted pass of the game. We already mentioned Youngers 3 for 3. Jimenez was 3 for 3 going into that toss. Threw it about 2 yards too long. You did see that the Central Spartan offensive receiver had broken free. Central right back on the line of scrimmage.
And on the 3rd and 2, the handoff, it is Nico, and he's got the first down. Nico Viesca. Updating the score for you, John. It is Brawley 0, Scripps Ranch 14. Dylan Galicia on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Viesca's best gain of the night, his 3rd carry.
This time the shotgun back to pass. Jimenez fires that little screen in the flat to Estrada. Estrada across the 40, drags a couple of tacklers across the 50 and into Southwest territory. Again, Scripps Ranch leads Brawley 14-0.
To the receiver before he's pushed out of midfield. Ball spot on the 50-yard line. 1st and 10.
20-yard pickup for Estrada, his 2nd catch.
Spotted right on the 50-yard line. Jimenez marks out the signals, hands off. It is Viesca. Nothing to the right, cuts it to the left and gets it down to the 40-yard line. That'll be another 1st down.
Viesca showing all the off-season workouts with his power. He was able to just power right through an arm tackle and took it all the way down to the 40. Another 10-yard pickup as Central now appears to be firing on all cylinders.
Well, you know that a big defensive stop fires up your offense. 1st and 10. Fake to Viesca, fire downfield for Estrada into double coverage. It goes incomplete. So, looking for the big one.
Right now, Central can go deep in the playbook and run pretty much any kind of their pass plays that they want. Jimenez looks well. He has misfired on 2 of his last 3, but he's throwing the ball with a lot of confidence.
Jimenez hands off. It is Viesca right up the gut. Viesca will pick up about 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Palo Verde leads Vincent 8-0. Imperial over Calexico 7-0. On the tackle, by the way, was Fernando Cervantes.
And they did give Viesca 10 yards for the 1st down as Southwest takes their 2nd timeout.
Timeout on the field. We've got 7:42 to play in the first half. It is Central 6, Southwest nothing.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
It's high school football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California, and on the KXO YouTube channel. I'm Carroll Buckley, with me John Driffill, and also in the booth tonight, and a great help is Frankie Lara. Frankie doing spotting for us and doing a great job. Power backfield, it is a Wildcat snap to Viesca. Viesca turns it to the outside and picks up about another 8 yards. He was tripped and kept on his feet, kept his balance, and picks up 10, another first down.
Viesca that time broke the line of scrimmage and took it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10. Jimenez now will take the snap. And he hands it off to Viesca. Nothing inside. Cuts it to the outside, down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. Nico Viesca. This kid's 5'8", 185, which is a great size for a high school running back. Domingo Alcaraz on the tackle. And again, we mentioned a new guy in the booth tonight, Frankie Lara, and he's doing a great job really helping us in keeping track of what's going on the field. That extra set of eyes really helps. Fake it to Viesca, dump it in the flat. It is complete and down to the 1-yard line, but there is a flag. The pass completed to Emiliano Morales. And let's see what the flag is for.
We'll see if this one stands or if it was a defensive infraction.
Well, there was the only offensive player in the area was Morales, so they wave off the flag.
So that'll bring up 2nd and goal now, as they're, once again, Central is down, knocking on the doorpost with 6-yard pitch and catch.
Spotted on the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. No huddle. You think it might be Nico Viesca with the ball?
Well, if they're going to do the Wildcat.
Nope. They've got Jimenez back to take the snap.
But Viesca is behind him.
Morales goes in motion. They fake it to Viesca. Fire. It is complete in the end zone for a touchdown. The pass completed to Morales. There is a flag after the play. And let's see, that it was away from the play. So there may have been something going on. The officials again are talking about it. And we expect to get a signal from John Seaman.
It looks like the touchdown is not going to stand. It's illegal man downfield for the Spartans.
That'll cost them 5. And that means somebody was more than, 4 yards, 5 yards downfield, John?
Yeah, there's a barrier that you can go downfield, but no further than that. Very unusual to have a illegal man downfield when you're on the 2-yard line.
Yes. Palo Verde leads Vincent 14-0. Our score here 6-0. Jimenez under a big rush dumps it off. It is complete to Estrada, and Arturo Estrada into the end zone for the score. The Eagles blitzed. They had 6 people coming in on Jimenez. He got the pass off to Estrada, and Estrada danced into the end zone.
Yeah, that was Southwest just selling out. They sent 10 players. That only left 2 people on the outside, and Estrada was able to take that just easy pitch and catch and walk into the end zone.
It'll be point after attempt. Kick from placement. The last one was blocked. Martinez out of the hold of Trejo. Snap is fumbled, but it's set by Trejo. makes a kick, but it is no good. It was not a good snap, and Martinez lost his shoe in the process. So with 6:04 to play in the first half, it is Central 12 and Southwest nothing.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Well, the kick bounces down the middle of the field, and it is covered at the 21-yard line. Cole Redden on the cover. So the Eagles will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
Unfortunately for Redden, as soon as he fielded the football, he planted his foot, and it just went right up underneath him, and he slipped and went down.
Well, he certainly would know what to do with it. He can run. Spread him out. Wide right. Trips on the left side. One wide on the right side. Youngers with the snap, drops back, fires that same flanker screen that the Spartans used to score. It's complete, but it'll lose about 12 yards.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a lot of Spartans at the point of attack, and so the young man that caught the football retreated and ran back, circling back, and they ended up tackling him on the 12-yard line for a 9-yard loss.
It'll be 2nd and 19.
5 minutes before halftime.
12-0. The Spartans lead the Eagles. Trips on the right side this play. One wide on the left side, the short side of the field. Youngers drops back, looks, chased out of the pocket, rolling to his right, dumps it off, and it is incomplete. The pass intended for Julian Lopez goes incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 19.
Youngers did a great job of extending the play with his legs and threw the ball right near the sidelines. Excellent effort by the receiver. Younger's first miss on the evening. He was 4 for 4 before that. Brings up 3rd and long. Let's see what Centro decides to do, whether they go after him or if they play the prevent defense. The line to make is all the way out across the 30 to the 31, so it's about 19 yards to go.
3rd and 19. Jimenez from the pistol drops back, Youngers. Youngers again chased out of the pocket, and he turns it upfield, and he'll pick up about 8, and that'll bring up 4th and 11.
So we should see our first punt of the evening tonight, Carroll, for either team.
The punt team does go out. And is it Estrada that's going to drop back to return the punt? Usually it is, and it is this time. Arturo Estrada stands back at about the midfield stripe.
Southwest has had trouble with their punting team this year, much as Central has had trouble with their PAT team.
Trying to get the correct packages out there for the punt attempt. And a little bit of a rugby-style kick. It'll bounce at the 40 and go out of bounds at about the 47.
Yeah, the official did a very good job there, Carroll. Southwest was sending a player off the field, and he didn't quite make it to the sidelines at the snap, but not going to affect the play. Wasn't involved at all, so they just let it go. Not a bad punt, considering he was kicking it right from his own goal line. So Central takes over in Eagle territory on the Eagles 47.
It'll be 1st and 10. Spartans on the Eagle 47. Palo Verde 14, Vincent nothing. Brawley trailing Scripps Ranch 14-0. Imperial leads Calexico 9-0. A happy homecoming so far for the Tigers. That game is available on our website, kxoradio.com. Jimenez brings him out. Jimenez hands it off to Viesca. Viesca has a block and then lowers his shoulder before he is brought down. And on the tackle was Joshua Urrutia and Isaiah Aguirre. Hopeville leads El Cajon 7-0.
9-yard pickup for Viesca, as that time, instead of putting a juke on the player that brought him down, he actually tried to run him over. So we'll see next time if he does a fake hit and then dances around.
2nd and 1. Back to pass, looking to the left, turns back to the right, fires and almost intercepted. Threw it into coverage. That was not necessarily the best idea, as he threw it into coverage and almost had it picked off. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
That time Jimenez showed his sophomore inexperience as he held the ball a little bit too long and gave the defensive player a chance to close in. And but when you have 3rd and 1 now, they're probably going to run it, which is fine.
I think they'll give it to Viesca. Oh, they give it to Viesca. Viesca across the 35, the 30, the 20. Stiff arms one of the would-be tacklers, and that would-be tackler was Cole Redden, and then is pushed out of bounds, but he gets it down to the 20. 1st and 10, Spartans.
18-yard pickup for Viesca, as he is knocking on the door already here in the first half to his first 100-yard game of the year.
1st and 10. Viesca stands next to Jimenez. Jimenez dumps off that little flanker screen. It is complete, and will pick up maybe a yard. I think the pass was completed to Josiel Rodriguez. First time we've called his name on a catch.
14-0.
Yeah, that Central does that a lot. This time it only picked up 2 yards.
2nd and 8. It is the Spartans with the football, moving it downfield. Spartans hand off to Viesca, nothing inside, cuts it to the outside, across the 10, the 5, touchdown. Nico Viesca takes it in from the 20-yard line. Spartans put up their 3rd TD of the night. You go for 1 or 2, John.
Well, they need to practice. They need to kick it. And I'm sure that's what the coach is deciding. That is Viesca's 2nd touchdown.
And that's exactly what I'm thinking, John. You got to practice this. We're going to work on this till we get it right. Timeout on the field. And an official's timeout. Want some time put back on the clock, I believe.
They usually don't run the clock when they're going to do a PAT.
So,
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
the John Seaman explaining what he wants to the timekeeper, and John will get what he wants. Anyway, we're still waiting for the point after attempt. It might be a better idea to, maybe use a cell phone or a two-way radio to get the message across. They will go for 2, and it'll be the Wildcat. Viesca will take the snap. They are strong to the right side, and the Eagles jump. And were they enticed? I don't believe they were. I believe this is going to give them the Spartans a little bit more of an advantage. No, it is against the Spartans.
Let's see if that changes their plan, whether or not they're going to go for 2, 5 yards back. And if they are, they're going to run the same play or go with something different.
Here comes the placement team. So they will now try the kick from placement. It's high school football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on the KXO YouTube channel. If you are listening on the YouTube channel, if you subscribe, which is free, you can comment and participate in the conversation. They do go for two, and Jimenez fires into the end zone, overthrows the intended receiver, Rodriguez, incomplete. But, and wait a minute, we've got 2:14 to play in the first half. It is Central 18 and Southwest nothing.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
And we said 2:14. It's actually 2:20, and but the score is still 18-0. They kick off, another one bouncing down the middle, and it'll be picked up at about the 18 or straight up the gut, which is the way you go with it. And picking up a couple of yards on that return was Matai Cervantes.
Yes, you always want to have your surest ball handlers and your best ball carriers back there, and Matai fills the bill on both of those as he was able to bring it across the 25, and they put it down on the 29-yard line.
1st and 10. Eagles, they trail 18-0. Stanley, did you hear me? 18-0.
As it looks like we're getting ready for all the halftime festivities, and it will be a long one, Carroll.
Again, that power backfield. Pro set, back to pass, dumping it off is Youngers. It is complete to Cervantes, and a nice open field tackle there by Nico Viesca. So Viesca drops Cervantes.
5-yard pickup for Cervantes. As same philosophy when Youngers was running that. You want to get the ball to your best ball carrier, and that's what Southwest did there. They got the ball out to Cervantes.
Inside of 1:50 to play in the first half. Here come the Spartans showing blitz, and there they come. And Youngers out of the pocket, looking, turns it upfield, eludes one tackle, stays along the sideline, and is finally pushed out. And there is a flag way behind the play. The tackle made by C.J. Acosta.
I certainly did not see anything wrong. Youngers was belted out of bounds, but he certainly was not out of bounds when he was hit.
No, and it was a push, not like he.
But it looks like they're going to mark this against the Spartans. They're pointing that way now. They've turned around, so we'll just have to wait and see. As the referees continue to discuss.
Personal foul against the Spartans.
I don't think it was on the hit. It must have been. The only thing you could call that on the hit would be you hit him too hard, because he just came and he was running down the sidelines and didn't hit him in the head or anything. Did not target him.
He did go flying.
They both did, but that's okay. It's going to be a big gain, and for the Eagles, they'll have first down on the 26-yard line.
1st and 10. Eagles on the 26-yard line of the Spartans. They are threatening again. 1:31 to play in the first half. Youngers with the snap, rolling to his right again, chased out of the pocket. He's hit, and he'll be sacked back at the 39-yard line. And on the tackle was Hartfield, DeAndre Hartfield.
That time Central stayed in their lanes as we do have timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. With 1:20 to play in the first half, Central 18 and Southwest nothing.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And it is high school football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. The ball is on the 39-yard line following the sack. DeAndre Hartfield on the sack. And that'll bring up second and a bunch. Second and what, about 25?
The line to make is down inside the 20 on the
17, and they're on the 39. So, second and 22. Youngers fakes it to Cervantes, rolls down to the right, fires into the end zone, touchdown! Youngers defeats the blitz, fires into the end zone to Santiago Garcia. Garcia beat the coverage, made the catch, and took it into the end zone.
First time we called Santiago Garcia's name on the night, and he gets the touchdown.
So the Eagles get on the board, and let's see if they have any better luck with the point after attempt. They will try the kick from placement. Snap is back. The kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, so nobody is able to convert on a point after. We've got 1:13 to play in the first half. It is Central 18. The Southwest Eagles 6.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howell in El Centro.
Coming up at the halftime, we'll review the scores, tonight's scoring drives, and we will also update scores from around high school football in the Imperial Valley. So we will be kind of busy at halftime, and that is coming up shortly.
Your halftime, Carroll, might actually be longer than these quarters, because we're going to have a 22-minute halftime.
Yes. So we'll get to watch the marching bands, the tall flags, the cheerleaders, and everybody else, right?
Central's first return of the evening, and they will return the second half kick as well.
And it is a relatively short kick that is picked up at the 18 and spun down on the return for the Spartans. And now there's a scrum breaks out away from the ball.
Well, Joshua Garcia is the ball carrier who was just grabbed by the jersey and tossed to the ground.
Olean Underwood on the tackle, but about 10 yards away from the play, there was some pushing and shoving. The officials are discussing it now, and let's see, there is a flag on the field. Let's see what goes with this. So John Seaman will make the call.
And it looks like this may go against the Eagles as the
personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Spartans.
Okay, now, yeah, okay, I was waiting to see if he was going to do it on the other side as well, as many times they do that. But now they are moving the Spartans back, so they're going to start deep in their own territory. Let's see what all of their 3 timeouts left, but around a minute to go on the clock. Let's see if Central decides to just take a knee and take this ball into the halftime. They will receive the second half kick. As we're still getting some discussion about where the infraction was.
It was out around the 35, 36-yard line. The runner was down at, about the 28?
Yeah, that's where they placed it down originally. So now they're moving back inside the 20, and it looks like they're going to put it down right outside the 15. They've gone inside the 15 now. They're still moving, so they're going to put it all the way down on the 13-yard line.
So the marked it off from the 26.
Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal.
Central right up on the ball, ready to go. Let's see if they do some conservative play calling here.
Minute 7 to play in the first half. Jimenez looks, fires. It is complete to a wideout, and I believe that was caught by Morales.
Central now takes their first timeout.
We'll take a timeout. That was Arturo Estrada on the catch. Timeout on the field with 55 seconds. Central 18, Southwest 6.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
It'll be second and about 8 for the Spartans. Jimenez jumps it off, same play, only this time it is Estrada on the catch. Estrada spins and rolls out to about the 32 and moves the chains. Dylan Galicia on the tackle.
12-yard pickup. Central right up on the ball. Clock is in motion now.
First and 10. 47 seconds to play in the first half. Let's see if Jimenez has a bomb. Yes, he does. Fires deep downfield, and it goes incomplete, intended for Estrada. And again, double coverage on Arturo Estrada, which is the way it's been all year, John.
Yes, we saw that beginning in the very first game of the year, as he is their main weapon, especially when they just wear back and throw the ball as far as Jimenez can.
It'll ring up second and 10. Of course, that stops the clock.
Let's see if Central tries to get the ball to Nico Viesca on some kind of delay or even like a little pass out of the backfield.
Jimenez looks, fires over the middle. Morales has the ball, and Morales is bulldogged down for a 9-yard gain. Brought down by a host of Eagles.
Take a timeout because that did not make the line to gain.
Alejandro Serrano on the tackle.
They are saying first down, so Central, they're all gathered up, so they've taken the timeout anyway. It is timeout on the field after that first down catch.
Okay, 31 seconds to play. 18-6. Central leads the Southwest Eagles.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
First and 10, Spartans, they have it on their own 42-yard line. Jimenez puts Morales in motion, floods the right side of the field, rolls to the right, fires downfield, a short pass completed underneath, and it is Morales on the catch. He'll pick up 7, bring up 2nd and 3. He went out of bounds, so that stopped the clock with 26 seconds. Morales shares the play. Viesca is right next to him in the backfield. Back to pass, looking, dumps it off, and it is complete. Almost intercepted. It went through the hands of Arturo Estrada into the hands of an Eagle and incomplete.
That actually was favorable for the Spartans, because if he does make that reception, he's going to be tackled well behind the line of scrimmage, and Centro will have to burn their final timeout.
3rd and about 3.
Now we do have stop in the play. I'm not sure if the officials need to change the clock. As soon as the ball was incomplete, the clock stopped. So yes, we're going to put some time. I don't know if they're going to either put on or take off.
He looks like he's trying to add 3 seconds to the clock. And the official time is on the field, not on the scoreboard. And they want it correct. So it is 3rd and 3. Time running out here in the first half. Spartans lead at 18-6. Estrada in motion. Fires downfield, and that should have been pass interference. It is. Morales was dumped, and had he been able to extend and catch that pass, he would have been gone.
But this is the high school pass interference, so they'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage with 49. Mark it 15 yards upfield. That will be obviously enough for the first down. So they'll put it on the 34-yard line. Central, their 11th first down. We'll have all of the stats at our intermission.
18 seconds to play. Seems as though this is an NBA last 2 minutes, John.
It is taking some time. We blew through the first 24 or 23 minutes of the game. The last minute's really taking some time.
1st and 10. Jimenez calls the play. Again, Viesca right next to him. Jimenez has some time, steps up in the pocket, and will be caught, but he gains about 2 yards.
Central will now.
And Central takes their final timeout of the half with 12 seconds to play. And the score is still 18-6.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. 2nd and 8, rolling to his left, looking downfield, firing into the end zone, and it'll be picked off at the goal line, turning it upfield, looking for some running room, and being dropped at about the 24-yard line. And on the interception, I believe on the interception was Joshua Urrutia. It was intended for Nico Viesca. Actually, it was intended for Artie Estrada. Viesca on the tackle of Urrutia.
And that does end the first half.
That's the end of the first half of play. And the score at the end of the first half is Central 18, Southwest 6. Coming up, John Driffill, the Dean of Imperial Valley Statisticians, will update the numbers for both Central and Southwest. We will recap the scoring drives, and we will also give you scores of the games throughout the Imperial Valley, and some of them actually, one in San Diego, actually two in San Diego, and one in Riverside County up in Blythe.
You are listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. K Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. K Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
We are at the half, the city championship game, the Central Spartans and the Southwest Eagles. The Spartans currently with an 18-6 lead. And how did that happen, you might ask? Well, with 7:29 to play in the first quarter, the Spartans go 44 yards, 5 plays, 2 of them on the ground, 3 of 3 passing for Luis Jimenez. The score was a Nico Viesca 1-yard ramble, and that made it 6-0. The point after attempt was blocked. 6:04 to play in the second quarter. The Spartans put up an 88-yard drive, 11 plays, 6 on the ground, 3 of 5 passing for Jimenez. The touchdown, it was a pass from Jimenez to Arturo Estrada, 7 yards. And that made it 12-0. The point after attempt, no good. And then, with 2:14 to play in the second quarter, the Spartans drove 47 yards on 5 plays, 3 on the ground, 1 of 2 passing for Jimenez. The touchdown, it was Nico Viesca, 18 yards out. The point after attempt, no good. 18-0. And Southwest got on the board with 1:13 to play in the first half. They went 29 yards on 4 plays, 2 of them on the ground, 2 of 2 passing for Logan Youngers. The touchdown, it was a 39-yard pass from Youngers to Santiago Garcia. The point after attempt was blocked. Nobody can make a point after. And that made it 18-6, and that's where we stand. John Driffill has some numbers for you coming up. We're at the half. Central 18, Southwest 6.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game.
They usually do.
It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655. McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
It's at the half. The Central Spartans lead the Southwest Eagles 18-6. And at half, and it has been a tradition with the city championship, both the Great Spartan Band and the Eagle Band performing together. And the tall flags from both schools, are they pom-pom girls? The Spartans and the Southwest Eagle equivalent performing for the crowd, and it is basically a capacity crowd tonight, and it's the way high school football is supposed to be. John Driffill, what about the numbers?
Well, we had a very entertaining first half, Central with an 18-6 lead, but let's remember that Southwest had a 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line and was not able to punch it in, so we could be looking at a one-score game. Southwest is 15 rushes for 57 yards. Logan Youngers behind center is 6 for 7 for 82 yards, giving Southwest 139 total yards. They do have 6 first downs. They do have the one fumble that was recovered by the Spartans, Arturo Estrada, and no interceptions for Youngers, who is pretty much playing a perfect game for the Eagles. He could not do any more for his side. And we'll be back after the short timeout to see what the individual stats for the Eagles look like.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Azza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. K Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. K Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu. Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
We're at the half here at Southwest High School, where the city championship game being contested shows the visiting Central Spartans with an 18-6 lead. We mentioned that Southwest has run for 57 yards, thrown for 82 yards, giving them 139 total yards. This is how they did it. Those 57 rushing yards were really done between two ball carriers. One, Matai Cervantes, 7 carries, 16 yards, and the other, Logan Younger, showing his dynamic escapability and his speed, has 8 carries for 41 total yards. Also, pitching near perfect, 6 out of 7 pass attempts in the first half for 82 yards. Had those 6 completions spread out among 4 different receivers. Cole Redden had 2 catches, but unfortunately they were both behind the line of scrimmage for a negative 11 yards. Matai Cervantes had 1 catch for a 5-yard gain. Andres Lopez had 2 catches for 49 yards. And the big reception in the first half for the Eagles was Santiago Garcia, the senior, had a 39-yard touchdown catch right near the end of the first half. We'll be back to take a look at the other side of the football after this.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
We're at the city championship game. We're at the half. The Southwest Eagles are trailing the visiting Spartans 18-6. We mentioned Southwest has 139 total yards. Central on the other side of the football has picked up 211. They ran the ball 12 times for 115 yards. 11 for 17 was the super sophomore Luis Estrada in the first half for 96 yards. That's how Central got those 211 yards. 11 first downs, and Jimenez did throw an interception in the first half. It is his first interception on the year, and that stalled the drive right near the end of the half, where Central was trying to put one more touchdown up before they went in on the final play of the game. So right now we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back and see how the individual Spartans gained all those yards.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar & Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar & Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
We are back at the half for the city championship game in the Mayor's Cup Trophy. Central Spartans lead the Southwest Eagles 18-6. We mentioned that Central has 115 rushing yards on 12 attempts. That was spread out among 3 different ball carriers. First, Nehemiah Perez had 1 carry for 9 yards. Luis Jimenez broke the pocket and had a 2-yard gain near the end of the first half. And as always, Nico Viesca had 10 rushes for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. The 11 receptions were made by 4 different ball carriers. Nehemiah Perez had 1 catch for 10 yards. Emilio Morales had 4 catches for 24 yards. Also, Josiah Rodriguez had 1 catch for 2 yards. And as always, since he started as a freshman, the majority of the catches, 5 to be exact, were made by the super senior Artie Estrada. 60 total yards and another touchdown. So that's how Central gained their 211 yards against the 139 for the Southwest Eagles. We'll be back to talk about the 27th edition of this city championship game after this.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Azza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Well, John, it's been a good first half. It's been a lot of fun. 18-6, the Spartans lead the Southwest Eagles in the game and showing the ability to score. Youngers, as you have pointed out, brings the ability to throw, the ability to scramble, and the ability to just flat out run. As I said on the roster, if you look right there, John, it says Logan Youngers, athlete, wide receiver. And that pretty much says it all, doesn't it?
Yes, he's been the main star for these Eagles tonight, as he has been harried, but he has not been flustered. He's able to break the pocket coolly, picking up yards with his legs, also throwing the ball quite well. The touchdown pass, he just put a perfect toss right over the backpedaling defensive player for the Spartans. Had no chance to make the play, right into the arms of the receiver. So we would expect Logan Youngers to continue with the big second half.
Well, we saw tonight some of what we had seen last year, the athleticism of Logan Youngers, and that it hurts. What has been one of their favorite receivers the last couple of years, William Lillian, is not available tonight. And he brings a whole different aspect because he's a big, tall receiver who can get open.
And he and Youngers did have quite a connection for the previous 2 years when Youngers was under center. That was his main target, just like Artie Estrada is the main target here for the Spartans. So we expect to see some fireworks now. Central will get the second half kicked. Very important first drive. We'll see if Central can continue to move the ball against this Southwest defense. Although in the previous series they did turn it over. Southwest is in this game. Already mentioned how they did have a 2nd and goal at the 1, and were not able to punch that one in. So Central is not dominating this game by any stretch of the imagination.
No. Okay, let's change the subject, John. Last night you and I watched something very special.
That was the flag football contested by the Central Spartans against the visiting Imperial Tigers. And girls flag football has a lot of different rules. It's a different game, much like softball is different from baseball. Flag football is a very quick game. It's very up-tempo. They play 20-minute halves, but the clock runs until the final 2 minutes, where you do play stop clock the final 2 minutes. There's only a 5-minute break between halves, so there's not a lot of time to, sit and get stiff. And they have 7 players on a side. The defense must be 5 yards off the ball. The offense does not have to hike it. They can actually shovel pass to the quarterback. There's some other rules too, but I know I've been talking to you about it since I've run the scoreboard over at Central for a few of the games, and I think you enjoyed the experience last night.
I really did. And okay, I've got 4 sisters. I've got 2 daughters. I've got 2 granddaughters. Don't tell any of these women that they can't do something. And the girls, the ladies, playing flag football, it's an experience. As you know, I umpire high school softball, high school baseball, and the girls are passionate about that sport in softball, and what we saw last night in flag football as well. We started at 7:30. We were done at 8:30. So obviously a very, very fast-paced game and a lot of action. The ball's in the air. Everybody is eligible. The one of the touchdowns the Spartans scored was completed to the center. And anybody can catch. So it makes it very special. We're getting ready for a second half kickoff. At the half, our score, it is Central 18, Southwest 6.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
You're listening to High School Football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
We're set for a second half kickoff, John, and 18-6. It could go any way, and it could hinge on somebody making the point after attempt.
So far, they have not been able to convert either side. And Carroll, you have to wonder if during the halftime the Southwest staff was talking about a possible onside kick or some kind of pooch kick where they have a chance to recover it. But the drawback to that would be that if the Spartans recover it, you've given them a short field again.
So we'll see what Coach Pete Blinko, and we should point out, Coach has brought a new attitude to the team, to the campus. So it is good to see.
Yeah, this Southwest team is just a much better team than they have been that we've been watching the last 3 or 4 years. And congrats to the coaching staff.
Estrada is deep to receive the expected kick, and Alex Trejo is back there as well. It'll be one of the up backs, and it is taken at the 30, running east and west, not north and south. And you know how I feel about that. Josiel Rodriguez on the return. You go downfield, not across field.
Yeah, he caught the ball at the 30, and now it's going to be first down on the 28 as he was running back. He was hit, and it's much easier to catch a player who's running across the field than it is running up the field. But that's just one of those mistakes that Josiel, he's played well tonight. He is a junior, so the Spartans will certainly be counting on him for the rest of this year and next year as well.
Luis Jimenez takes the snap, hands off, and it is Viesca out to the 34-yard line. I'm not bragging, John, when I tell you I held the record for kickoff returns my senior year in high school. Domingo Alcaraz on the tackle. And the reason I held the record was, I was the only one that returned kickoffs that year. And on the fly, the sweep, it is the handoff to Emiliano Morales. Morales will get the first down, crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Morales' first carry of the evening as he does cross the 40. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Spartans after that 8-yard pickup. Central right back up on the line of scrimmage.
No huddle. Wide on the left side, Joshua Garcia. Stacked on the left side, looking to the left side. It is completed to Garcia. Garcia outruns a couple of defenders, turns it down the sideline. He's across the 40 to the 30, pushed out of bounds. And they'll mark it on the 29-yard line.
Garcia's first catch of the night, and it's a big one, Carroll, as he took it from the Southwest Eagles side of the field, 42, all the way down. They're going to mark it right at the 30.
Once he caught it, he knew what to do with it. He turned it upfield.
28-yard pickup.
It'll be 1st and 10, Spartans. Viesca stands next to Ramirez. Dumps it off over the middle. It is complete and stopped just shy of the 20-yard line. And the catch made by Andrew Salazar, the tackle by Domingo Alcaraz.
And that's Salazar's first catch of the evening. Good for 9 yards.
Stacked up on the right, stacked up on the left. A little bit different formation, John. Dump it off. Again, it is complete to Garcia. Joshua Garcia takes it down inside the 10-yard line before he is brought down. And again, get it to Garcia, a sophomore, and let him turn it upfield. A new weapon, John.
He is showing some real speed. That was a 13-yard pickup for Garcia, his second catch here on this drive.
Garcia and Morales wide on the left side. Morales now goes in motion. The handoff to Viesca. Cuts it to the outside and into the end zone. Touchdown, Nico Viesca.
Viesca, 8-yard pickup, his third touchdown of the evening, as Central certainly came out this third quarter, first drive with a lot of spark and fire.
I think they made some adjustments, John, and one of those adjustments was get the ball to Joshua Garcia.
Now let's see if we can convert a PAT.
They'll go for two, the Wildcat, with Viesca to take the snap. Snap back, Viesca will cut it inside. He'll make it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Our first conversion of the evening. Right now, 9:05 to play in the third quarter. It is the Central Spartans 26 and the Southwest Eagles 6.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
The Spartans march 72 yards downfield on 6 plays, 3 on the ground, 3 of 3 passing for Luis Jimenez. The touchdown, an 8-yard run by Nico Viesca. The point after attempt, a 2-point attempt. Viesca from the Wildcat took it in. The Spartans will kick into the wind, and they've got to have somebody hold the ball on the tee because of the wind.
It's the first time we've seen that this year, but certainly not the first time we've ever seen it, as the clock started before they got the ball on the right tee now, so they did get the tee that actually has the arms, so the ball can be held.
They had the point after field goal tee out there. Scoots it right down the middle, and it'll bounce, and it'll be blown dead. Somebody was offside, I believe.
So that will be on Central's side. The flag's right at the 40-yard line, so Central will come back now and kick it off from the 35.
Pretty bad when even I can see it, John. And let's point out, our officials tonight have been doing a marvelous job. This is not an easy game to officiate. Again, the kids know each other. They're going to talk. And sometimes, especially if you're losing, or if you feel that maybe I've been disrespected, it can get a little bit chippy. It really has not happened. The officials have had good control.
So now we're ready for the re-kick, as the referee forgot to pick up his flag. So short timeout.
Now we're ready. Again, kick it down the middle. It'll be fielded at about the 30 and hit hard at the 40 and knocked down on a short return. At least he had the good sense to go right up the gut.
Yes, he was able to pick up 10 yards, unlike the Central return that lost 2 yards. So Pete Blimko displaying his coaching style skills, that he's able to get these kids playing football the right way, as they're sitting right on the 40-yard line. Good field position for Southwest to start their first drive here in the second half.
Jomari Connor on the tackle. Kenneth Urquidez on that return. 1st and 10, Eagles on their own 40-yard line. Handoff it is to Cervantes. Cervantes leaning forward, carries it down to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Huge pickup for the Eagles on their first play, as Cervantes just busted right up the middle, broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage, and they're finally brought down a yard shy.
2nd and 1. I'd look for Cervantes to get the ball again, John.
Let's see if they try to go deep here, since they have a down to give.
It is Cervantes, and Cervantes will be stopped for no gain. Possibly, they'll give him progress to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Cervantes did well to get back to the original line of scrimmage, as that had disasters. They actually hit him 2 yards deep in the backfield, but his strength was able to push forward and not pick up negative yards.
DeAndre Hartfield on the tackle, big guy in the middle.
And Hartfield has replaced the Central Spartan mainstay Michael Fisher this year, and he's done an excellent job.
3rd and 1. And again, it is a handoff to Cervantes. And he'll pick up a couple of yards. And gets a first down into Spartan territory. Mark it on the 43-yard line.
8-yard pickup for Cervantes. Needed 1, got 8, so that's not bad, as Cervantes appears to be just another half a step quicker this half.
7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. And on the play action, it is Youngers tossing it out on the run-pass option. The toss back to Cervantes, the tackle by Emiliano Morales. John, I can't tell you how much I appreciate Frankie Lara being our spotter tonight. He is really helping. Now, you understand this is the 3rd Frankie Lara I have known. So it is 2nd and 6.
Now we have a whistle that stops.
Too many men on the field. 12 men on the field for the Eagles.
Yes.
I think that was the call. Yes, it was the call. But, Coach, I wanted to play. So now we've got the correct number. That cost them 5. It'll be 2nd and 11. Youngers on the option does hand off to Cervantes. Cervantes picks up about 4. Tackled by Nico Viesca. Frankie, don't go away. I just said, you understand, of course, you are the third Frank Lara that I've known. I know your grandpa, obviously know your dad, and you. And you're really a big help tonight. Just wanted to let you know.
Centro right back up on the line of scrimmage with the Eagles ready to go. They're ready to snap the football.
3rd and 7. Back to pass. Youngers chased out of the pocket. Rolls to his left. Stops. Pumps. Brings it down. Turns it upfield. He'll be chased out of bounds. Shy of the first down. And I would tell you who was doing the pursuit, but it was everybody.
Yeah, that's Youngers did a good job of getting the ball around the corner as it looked like they were going to bottle him up in the backfield. So he turned what was a potential loss into a 4-yard gain. Now it's 4th and 2. Very makeable 4th and 2. And
especially with Matai Cervantes in your backfield.
Yeah, the way he's been running this third quarter. And also the Eagles with Youngers, he can certainly go for a lot more than 2. As Southwest may need to take a timeout. They're having a little trouble getting the proper play and personnel in.
I think maybe they have it now, but...
Yeah, they're still good. There's still more than 5 seconds to go on the game clock.
4th and about 3. The ball on the 36-yard line. High snap. Youngers brings it down. Youngers rolling to his right. Chased. Turns it upfield to be shy of the first down. Again, swarming Spartans. And in there for the Spartans was Matthew Liziola. Also in there was Malachi Okan. And the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Another big defensive stand by the Spartans.
And we need to mention Centro's defensive backfield. They're the ones that created that. There is no place for Youngers to throw the football. Centro did a great job that time of playing their 2-deep zone. Youngers thought he might be able to pick up the 2 yards and just came up about a half a yard short.
Head off, it is Viesca right up the middle. Viesca will cross the 40 out to the 43-yard line. And an Eagle down on the field will take a timeout for an injured Eagle. 5:33 to play in the third quarter. It is Central 26, Southwest 6.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
I would say cramp, John.
Looks like it. Hopefully.
Yes. So the Spartans keep the ball. It'll be 2nd and about 3.
Brian Solis is the player that was helped off the field.
He is their kicker and their punter, and they are working on his leg as a cramp. Morales in motion, floods to the right side. They fire over to the right side. It is complete to Estrada. Estrada across the 50. A foot race. Shakes and bakes, and he'll break inside the 20, the 10, the 5. Arturo Estrada with a 57-yard touchdown catch.
Estrada's second touchdown here in the game. And obviously it was a big one.
That little flanker, toss it over there, and one block is all he needed. He did the rest on his own.
Now we get the ever-exciting point after attempt.
Let's go for 2 again. Wildcat? I think so. It'll be Wildcat with Viesca in the quarterback position. Snap is back. Viesca will follow the blocking into the end zone. 2 points, Spartans. So with 4:58 to play in the third quarter, it is the Central Spartans 34 and the Southwest Eagles 6. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
You're listening to High School Football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
And the Spartans move out to a 34-6 lead. They will kick off. And for the most part, their kickoffs have been low bouncers down the middle of the field. And that is keeping the Eagles from a protracted return. Updating some scores for you. Palo Verde leads Vincent 21-7. Scripps Ranch 21. Brawley 7 at the half. Holtville 13. El Cajon nothing. Imperial leading Calexico 9-7. And again, bounce it down the middle of the field, and it'll be picked up at the 16-yard line. Looking for some running room, and there's nothing there. Caught from behind and dropped out at the 28-yard line. On the tackle for the Spartans was Ethan Thomas. 1st and 10 Eagles. They have the ball on their own 20, we'll call it the 29-yard line because that's what the officials called it.
This is their second opportunity here, second possession in the third quarter. And they actually changed it up. The last possession, they did some run and some run options with quarterback Youngers running and pitching. So let's see now if they go back to their passing attack.
Youngers hands off. It is in the middle. Cervantes crosses the 30 out to the 31-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 2. Gavin Mora on the tackle.
Cervantes already has 7 carries here in the early going of the third quarter.
Okay, John, are you ready for this? It's homecoming in Imperial. Calexico leading 14-9 in the third quarter.
I don't think Imperial was expecting that, but Calexico's had some real success this year.
Last couple of years. 2nd and 8. Snap is back. Back to pass is Youngers. Again, chased out of the pocket. A little bit of shake and bake across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. Youngers picks up the first down. On the tackle was Josiel Rodriguez.
Clock continues to run here as once again Youngers using his feet. Central's pass defense, their 2 deep zone seems to have tightened up considerably since that last touchdown catch by the Eagles. And right now Youngers is picking up chunks of yards when he's taking off with the football.
Zapata wide on the right side. Spread formation, dumps it off, and it is in and out of the hands of Julian Lopez. Okay, it's cliche. Lopez started to run before he secured the catch.
And that's about the only way that Youngers has not been able to complete a pass is he's put it right on the money, and his receiver has let him down.
2nd and 10.
And that play looked like Southwest had some blockers out in front that it might have developed into a pretty good game. They've run it several times, and they have not been that effective with it, but that time looked like the potential was there.
Part of it is because the swarming Spartan defense. Again, spread formation, and fires downfield, has a man open, and again, in and out of the arms of the intended receiver. And again, I believe that was Julian Lopez, John.
He was wide open as there was a blown coverage by the Spartans. I'm not sure what happened. Artie Estrada playing back on the safety. is now talking to the cornerbacks over there saying, I'm not supposed to be on that side of the field with that formation. Because the Southwest receiver was running loose and free. Perhaps as the ball got up there, it was a nice arc on it. He could have lost it in the lights. I'm not going to say he did.
That's my excuse, John. I lost it in the lights.
But it certainly would have explained how he could not make that catch.
3rd and 10. Single setback at Cervantes. He's there to block, and he does block and saves Youngers for a chance to roll out and fire downfield. It'll go incomplete as Youngers, again, with his speed and quickness, got the ball off, but under intense pressure, intended for Cole Redden, and it went incomplete. On the coverage, Nehemiah Perez. Also there, Braden Mayo.
We're waiting to see if Southwest decides to punt on this. It is 4th down, 4th and 10. They are on their side of the field at the 43-yard line.
They have the wind at their back.
So that would be a good reason to kick the ball as deep as you can.
We'll have to see who is doing the punting because, if you remember, their punter went out with a cramp, Solis.
Yeah, he's still on the sidelines, meaning Solis.
High snap, gets away the punt, and it's a nice punt. Bounces at the 30, picked up at the 20 on a bounce. And Estrada high-stepping, looking for some running room. And he'll bring it out to the 40-yard line, and flags fly in behind the play. And I got a hunch that's going to go against the Spartans again.
Where the flags were thrown, you would think that there was a block in the back or one of those types of plays. Central now is hurrying back out onto the field in command of this game.
We've got to give credit. Russ Butler picked up the one official's flag and handed it to him.
And the play was one of those crackback blocks where you cannot block from the blind side when a player is running after the ball carrier. Used to be able to do it, can't do it anymore.
This is, about the 5th big penalty against the Spartans?
Well, it seems like when we have big games, the Spartans commit a lot of penalties. Remember the second game against Barley last year, they committed 18 penalties.
It's 1st and 12. Handoff it is to Viesca. Viesca will pick up about 6. And he is brought down by Ethan Vasquez. It's Spartan football and Eagle football, the city championship on AM 1230 KXO El Centro. 2nd and 5. It is Viesca up the middle again. Viesca breaks through across the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10. Into the end zone, touchdown, and it'll be a horse collar on top of that. So
73-yard touchdown run for Viesca.
Nico Viesca, 73 yards.
4th touchdown of the evening.
And he did that, broke through into the secondary and turned on the Jets. So the Spartans push out further. Let's see if they go for 1 or 2. And they will take the penalty, I believe, on the kickoff. They'll have that opportunity.
So they may be able to accept it on the point after and put the ball a yard away from the end zone, which would make it easier to get the 2.
Personal foul. Horse collar against Southwest. Touchdown. And they'll mark the penalty off on the kickoff.
So that means
you didn't know I could read sign language, did you?
But that means that Central will now be kicking off from the Eagle 45-yard line. So let's see if they try something like a pooch or onside kick.
We'll have the Wildcat for the point after. Viesca will take the snap. Viesca will take the snap and go into the end zone for 2. So we've got 2:05 to play in the third quarter. Our score, it is Central 42 and Southwest 6.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Okay, they will mark the 15-yard penalty against the Eagles. Spotted on the Eagle 45 for the kickoff. If he wants, he can put it into the end zone. And if he wants to do what he's been doing all night long, he'll just kind of bounce it down the middle, which has been rather effective. He will kick it into the end zone. It'll be touchback. Southwest will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. They trail 42-6. We've got 2:05 to play in the third quarter. Calexico leads Imperial 14-9. We mentioned that. That pro set in the backfield. The handoff is to Cervantes. Got a block in front of him, but Nico Viesca tackles him anyway. Viesca just pushed away the blocker and a little bit slow getting up is Cervantes. Cervantes still on the ground.
They'll stop the clock to go ahead and give him a chance to catch his breath. Cervantes certainly has a right to be tired. He's been the majority of the ball carrier for the Eagles, as we do have timeout on the field.
We'll take a timeout. Our score, it is Central 42 and Southwest 6.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
The Central Spartans with a commanding lead right now. Speaking of that, Scripps Ranch 32, Brawley 13. That's a fourth quarter score. That game in San Diego. And other scores, Palo Verde 21, Vincent 7. It will be 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. And snap back to Youngers. Youngers looking downfield, fires, and it'll go. It is a catch. Nice catch. Spinning and getting up slowly. After that catch is Andres Lopez. Lopez has made his presence known in the second half.
5-yard pickup, Carroll, for Lopez, as that is the first completion out of 4 attempts, but we already know that the other 3 could have been, they just weren't caught.
Oloan Underwood is in the backfield, the junior, replacing Cervantes. And on a delay, the handoff is to Underwood, and he is met. As soon as he gets the ball, he is hit and dropped. O'Con in on the tackle. Also in there was Hartfield.
Well, that's a big loss, Carroll, as it's all the way back now inside the 25 on the 24, so that's a 4-yard loss. And it looks like Southwest, well, the quarter's going to end, so they'll decide what to do after the End of the third quarter.
That's the end of 3 quarters of play. The score 42-6. The Central Spartans lead the Southwest Eagles. And it's high school football live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel. Coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. High snap, but the rugby-style kick is partially blocked, and it'll be covered at the 30-yard line. The Spartans with excellent field position after that kick was partially blocked.
And even though the Eagles came up with the football because it was blocked, it's not a live football, so it rolls dead on about the 29. Central is out with the short field. The clock should be running as we are at the magic 36-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the Spartans will take over.
And they're going to mark it right on the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, Spartans.
And I believe we have Jonathan Real at quarterback for the Spartans.
That would be a good move. And I think Braden Mayo is the running back. And Braden Mayo gets the handoff. Braden Mayo hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Mayo, 5'8", 150. I don't think he goes 150, John.
Yeah, we've mentioned that throughout the year. And they're actually going to give him a 1-yard loss on his first carry here in the second half. Once again, the clock should be running.
2nd and 11. Handoff again. It is Mayo. Nothing inside. Cuts it to the outside across the 20, the 15, the 10. Is hit out of bounds. And they'll mark it inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Braden Mayo. And yes, the signal is keep the clock moving.
And Mayo showed why he is the second string tailback, as they're going to actually call him out of bounds on the 12. So they marked him well upfield, which is still a 19-yard pickup for Mayo.
Imperial leads Calexico 17-14, John.
Not a surprise there. We expected Imperial to come back, especially on their homecoming. And not only is the ball put at the 12, but they're going to move it back another 10 yards for a block in the back. So it's going to be second down.
Second down at about 2. Spotted on the 22. And as you pointed out, Jonathan Real is the quarterback. Braden Mayo is the running back. Back to pass, Real looking, fires over the middle. It is complete to Arturo Estrada, and the tackle by Jonathan Urrutia.
That is enough for a first down.
Joshua. There's Jonathan, there's Joshua.
Yeah, that was good for the first down, Carroll, as it's now 1st and goal for the Spartans on the 9.
1st and goal from the 9, Real. Will hand off. It is Mayo. Mayo up the middle, stays on his feet inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
Excellent run by Mayo as he saw the hole and then cut back behind the blockers blocking down. Was tripped up but was able to keep his balance and actually fight forward for another 2 yards.
It'll bring up 2nd and goal. They say his knee was down on the 4.
Jonathan Real, a lot of experience, played a lot of football so far this year, looking coolly across the way, getting the play. Now he's ready to put it in motion.
It is handed off to, it wasn't handed off to Braden Mayo.
It was thrown in the end zone, and it's intercepted by the Eagles. And the young man coming across the way, we'll see who got the interception. I'm having a hard time reading his number. But I believe for the Eagles on that interception was Ismael Lopez.
So the Eagles capitalize on a turnover. They'll have the ball on the 20 on the touchback.
As once Lopez did catch it, he very smartly went down to a knee, so he doesn't have his momentum carry him outside of the end zone and they get tackled somewhere inside the 5.
1st and 10, Eagles. The clock is running. 42-6, Central leads. 35 points or more in the second half. You run the clock, and it'll be a keeper quarterback will cross the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Logan Youngers made something out of nothing.
Yeah, I believe that's a design play, Carroll, as Logan Youngers not only took the snap and then didn't look like he was doing any kind of fake. He actually waited for his halfback to get in front of him.
1st and 10, spotted on the 34-yard line. Youngers, again, that pro set backfield. Youngers will fake it on the run-pass option, will pitch back. The receiver on the pitch was Oluwan Underwood, and Emiliano Morales put a big hit on Underwood. Underwood is getting the carries now because Matai Cervantes went down with an injury a little bit ago, and I don't know if Cervantes is going to get back in the game.
Cole Redden brought the play in. He's now flanked out wide to the right.
Youngers rolling to his right, gets it away, is hit as he throws it downfield. It'll be incomplete. The pass intended for Andres Lopez.
We mentioned in the first half, Youngers was 6 for 7, nearly perfect, flawless. So far here in the second half, he's 1 for 6 with several drops.
Christopher Alvarez on the coverage there. Alvarez, another sophomore. Some substitutes for the Spartans. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles.
Jamari Connor is in for the Spartans now.
3rd and 5. Youngers drops back, looking, fires deep downfield, and it'll be picked off. Making a beautiful interception was Emiliano Morales, and he just went up and took it. So the Spartans on the turnover. Again, the clock is running.
And Carroll, what year did you say Morales is?
He is a sophomore.
So Centro getting these sophomores with a lot of varsity time experience. And it looked like he was actually beat, but perhaps he was playing possum as he was just laying in the weeds and jumped up. Perfect high point on the ball to catch it and bring it down.
He was playing the ball and made the interception.
And since that was 3rd down for the Eagles, it pretty much acts like a punt, which into the wind probably wouldn't have gone as far.
Real, the quarterback. Mayo is behind him. The handoff is to Mayo. Mayo hit in the backfield, but breaks a tackle, turns it upfield, and will be hit and pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
And Carol, we already mentioned Matai Cervantes. His not being on the field for the offense certainly hurts them, but he's also their major defensive linebacker, their leader in tackles. So with him being out, that hurts the defense just as badly.
3.5 minutes to go. The clock continues to run. We'll have scores and stats at the end of the game. Real hands off. It is Mayo. Tough sledding in the middle, but he turns it to the outside, crosses the midfield stripe. Flags fly behind the play, and you don't want it to get chippy at this point of the game, John.
Well, with the clock still moving now, so this is going to give everybody a break, as it is a hold against the Spartans. So that will negate the nice first down run by Mayo. It will repeat the second down.
Santiago Garcia goes in. He'll play a corner. So it'll be 2nd and 3.
That was a 2-yard penalty.
And the handoff again. It is Mayo loses the football, but falls on it. So he'll lose another 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
That was not a real clean exchange between Real and Mayo. It looked like Real wanted to actually pull it back out, but Mayo just had too good a grasp on it, so the ball popped up in the air, resulting in the loss, bringing up now 3rd down.
Third and 6. Real moves Mayo from one side to the other. Puts Perez in motion, hands off to Mayo. Mayo goes into the middle, and there's nothing there. It'll be 4th down. The tackle by Maximiliano Martinez.
And now let's see if we see Centro's first punt of the evening.
Well, they have the wind at their back. The clock is running with 1:20 to play.
They'll have to get a play off.
Yes.
Because this is 4th down.
Hopeville leads El Cajon 29-0. That's a 4th quarter score, John.
Yeah, Hopeville's having an excellent season.
I thought it was going to be a rebuilding season for them.
Well, they've rebuilt into a very nice team. They are contending for that Division 5 CIF championship. As now we're going to get a timeout by the Spartans.
Spartans take the timeout. We'll take a timeout. Our score, with 54 seconds to play, 42-6, Central leads the Southwest Eagles.
Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
And the 4th down, and the Spartans do show punt. And you said this is their first one of the night?
Let's see if they can get a good snap.
Good snap. Gets away a nice kick. It'll bounce at the 40 and be picked up at the 25. And nothing there for Joshua Urrutia. He's hit immediately.
And unless Southwest just really jumps out up to the line of scrimmage, that could be the final play of the game.
Seth Mendez on the tackle. "20 seconds to play, and I think that's going to be it. Southwest does not have to get a play underway, and they're not going to.
They're lined up at the 50, so that will end the game.
That's the end of the game. Our final score, it is Central 42, Southwest 6.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
High school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro, California, and on the KXO YouTube channel. And, on YouTube, you can go back and listen again and again and again. The Central Spartans, after leading 18-6 at the half, pulled out 42-6 at the end of the game as they made some adjustments at the half, and it showed. The Spartans putting up points, long runs, long passes, able to take care of business in the city championship game. That means they will retain the Mayor's Trophy. We've got some stats to talk about coming up.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Let's catch up on some scores around high school football in the Valley. And not really any surprises. Imperial leads Calexico 26-14. That's the Tigers' homecoming. And the game on our website, kxoradio.com. Fourth quarter score, Holtville leads El Cajon 29-4. Scripps Ranch leading Brawley 32-19. Palo Verde leads Vincent Memorial 21-14. I don't know if any of those scores are final. I can tell you our score here is final, 42-6. The Central Spartans with the win. In the second half, the Spartans scored 3 times, went 72 yards on with 9:05 to play in the third quarter. 6-play drive, 3 on the ground, 3 of 3 passing for Jimenez. The touchdown was Viesca, an 8-yard run. The 2-point conversion was good. That made it 26-6. And then with 4:58 to play in the third, 2 plays, 65 yards. And it was 1 on the ground, 1 of 1 passing. The pass from Jimenez to Estrada, 58 yards. The 2-point conversion good. And in the third quarter, 2:05 to play, 77 yards on 2 plays, 73-yard touchdown run by Nico Viesca. The 2-point conversion by Viesca was good. John Driffill, what do you have for our numbers?
Well, it was certainly a game of 2 halves. You remember in the first half, Centro was leading 12-0 when Southwest had the ball first and goal from the 2, not able to score. And in the second half, Central just came out and dominated. In the game, Southwest ran the ball 28 times for 119 yards, so that's not that poorly of a showing. 7 for 14 was Logan Younger's, but unfortunately he was only 1 for 7 after being 6 for 7 in the first half for 87 total yards, giving Southwest 206 total yards with 9 first downs. They did have a fumble recovered by Arturo Estrada and an interception that was picked off by Emiliano Morales. Individually rushing the football, the Eagles spread it out among 3 ball carriers. Olean Underwood had 2 carries for 1 yard after the workhorse, Matai Cervantes, went out. Matai himself had 15 carries for 50 yards, and Logan Younger's 11 carries for 68 yards. The receptions, the 7 were made by 4 different receivers. Cole Redden had 2 catches for a negative 11 yards. Matai Cervantes had a catch for 5 yards. Also, Andres Lopez had 3 catches for 54 yards, and the touchdown was made by Santiago Garcia on a 39-yard reception. Centro ran the ball 23 times for 169 yards. 16 for 23 was mostly Luis Jimenez, with Jonathan Real getting some throws in, giving Central 176 yards, so that's balanced. 169 rushing, 176 throwing, giving Central 345 yards with 17 first downs. Jonathan Real did have the 1 interception that was made by the Eagles' Ishmael Lopez. On the night, rushing the football, we had Brandon Mayo in the fourth quarter carrying the ball 6 times for 21 yards. Emiliano Morales had a carry for 8 yards. Nehemiah Perez had a carry for 9 yards. Also, Luis Jimenez had a carry for 2 yards. And the offensive rushing star of the night, Nico Viesca, 14 carries, 129 yards for 4 touchdowns. The 16 receptions were spread out among 5 different receivers. Andrew Salazar had a catch for 9 yards. Joseel Rodriguez had a catch for 2 yards. Nehemiah Perez had a catch for 10 yards. And Emiliano Morales, the sophomore, had 4 catches for 24 yards. And the big night through the air receiving the football, Arturo Estrada, 7 catches, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Well, John, the Spartans dominated the scoreboard, dominated the stats as well.
And that was certainly displayed by their second half dominance. The first half was a close game, only trailing by 12 at halftime with Eagles, but they just couldn't keep up with the Spartans in the second half.
Let's update some scores for you. A final, Hopeville defeated El Cajon 29-0. Imperial leads Calexico 26-14. Vincent Memorial trails Palo Verde 21-14. Scripps Ranch over Brawley 32-19. And our final score here, 42-6. The Central Spartans retain the Mayor's Trophy and the City Championship. We want to thank our producer-engineer, Gabe Lemus, and technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman. A new member of the team tonight, Frankie Lara, and spotting for us and providing assistance in the booth, John Driffill, of course, our statistician, color commentator. I'm Carroll Buckley. High school football on AM 1230 KXO, brought to you by Roto-Rooter, serving the entire Imperial Valley. Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. By the CB Stop in Calexico, the Broken Yoke Cafe. McNeese Mart, Dogwood and Maine in El Centro, La Fonda Bar and Grill. Osawaza Mobile Auto Repair. Southwest Security, Southwest Postal Service. Imperial Valley College, K Sushi. Stan's Auto Body, and Central Union High School. Again, our final score, Central 42, Southwest 6.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.
I can't get no satisfaction.
The best music all day.